Some legends never make it into books, some whispers die before they reach the city. But out here, in the forgotten woods of America, stories still breathe in the dark. They say there's a tree hidden deep in the Appalachian Mountains, not marked on any map, not spoken of in daylight. It doesn't grow leaves. It doesn't drop them either. It just waits. They call it the Whispering Tree. And those who hear their name from its roots, don't come back. This is the story of Ethan Moore, a filmmaker who thought he was chasing a legend, until the legend came for him. Welcome to Tales from the Shadows. In the bitter cold of November, Ethan Moore, 27, drove into Shale Creek, a tiny, isolated town tucked deep in the Appalachian Mountains. He was filming the first episode of a documentary series called American Forgotten Folklore, and his debut story was a near-unknown legend whispered in an old deleted blog. Don't stand near it at midnight. If you hear it say your name, it's already too late. He was chasing a tale called the Whispering Tree. Locals avoided him. They shut their doors or changed the subject when he mentioned the tree. But one elderly woman, Agnes Harlow, agreed to talk. "It ain't the wind making that tree whisper," she said. "It knows your name." Agnes handed Ethan a weathered journal, written by her father, the town's former sheriff. Inside were notes from an unsolved case in 1952, involving 3 children who vanished in the woods near a strange tree. One line stood out. "We heard someone whispering, calling each of us. When I turned around, I was the only one left." Ethan set out into the forest with a camera and gear. Hours later, he found it. A massive, ancient tree, much larger than any around it. Its bark was split with what looked like carved letters, weathered and scarred. At its roots were dozens of old buttons scattered in the dirt. That night, he camped nearby. The next morning, reviewing the footage, he saw a shadowy figure standing just outside his tent for 47 minutes, unmoving. A whisper caught clearly on audio. "Ethan, stay." Back in town, Ethan met Pastor Isaac, now an old man. He had been in elementary school during the 1952 disappearances. "That tree, it doesn't just whisper. It feeds," Isaac said. He spoke of an ancient ritual from native tribes, one where the souls of the wicked were bound inside trees, imprisoned so they could never return. But if a person got too close, listened too long, the tree would invite them to take their place. Ethan sent his last email to his girlfriend in New York, attaching footage and a chilling message. "This isn't just folklore. Something's there." He returned to the woods the next morning. He was never seen again. Search teams found his camera at the tree's base, battery dead. But the final clip, recovered from the SD card, ended with one last whisper. "One more soul for the roots." And that was the last anyone heard from Ethan Moore. If you enjoyed this descent into darkness, subscribe to Tales from the Shadows. Because some stories were never meant to be forgotten. And the next one might be closer than you think. Whispers. We'll be waiting.